Hello and welcome to How Do You Drew?
This is a Drew Barrymore podcast brought to you by the fans, friends, and historians behind the Drewseum.
We're drawing on over 25 years of Drewbie expertise to dive into all aspects of Drew's world, from her personal life to her professional career.
Thanks to our sponsor and friends at Positive Medium. I'm Anne.
And I'm Ashley, and this week we are discussing Drew Barrymore's romantic relationships,
Ooh.
also known as Too Many Boyfriends. Which some lovely gentleman on Hollywood Boulevard shouted at us once when we were posing with Drew's star. I don't like her. She has too many boyfriends. We were like, go F yourself. Okay.
I think he also said like a comment about her body as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we're not. Yeah.
Right.
Great guy.
Right. Great guy that just felt like he had to tell clearly people who are fans of this person that he did not like her.
And we were like young girls. Anyway. Okay.
Anyway, we're talking about her boyfriends. Okay, so let's start at the top of the episode with a little bit of a tidbit, I guess. How would you?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I just recently finished Demi Moore's memoir. It's called Inside Out, and it's from 2019. And I just felt like there were a lot of really fascinating parallels to Drew's young life, sort of similarly to when we read Ione Skies, where it's just like, oh, there's weird like connections and overlaps. And I mean, the one thing that really stuck out to me was sort of how Demi's mom was. And I remember Drew and Demi talking about it on Drew's show once. But yeah, she like also sold childhood photos of Demi to the press and also like posed nude after Demi did, stuff like that. I just found it really fascinating. It was a great book, so highly recommend. And there is a cute little part about our girl Drew calling and charming Demi out of retirement for Full Throttle. You know, Drew making a phone call, the secret weapon.
Right. I just watched Ever After again, and I was thinking about the Angelica Houston thing. Yep. And I was telling my friend who was with me watching it, like, of course I have to throw in some tidbits. I was like, you know, she like called her and anyway, you know the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fun.
Anyways, okay, so let's get into a big list of things that Drew has proclaimed her love for recently.
I love love.
All right. Drew loves her dictionaries.
Oh, of course she does.
Paper!
Hold on, I got you covered there.
I love paper!
Yeah.
Yes!
She loves hush puppies. When the girls open up to her, referring to her daughters. I get that. She loves a beef bouillon.
Okay.
Queso Oaxaca. Everything about her experience. She would love this podcast. You should listen to it.
Absolutely.
She loves Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
And Aubrey Plaza.
We know that.
Yeah. Local. And she was referring to local journalism.
Okay.
She loves skincare.
Okay.
A fake meat.
We do too.
A legume. Is that how you say that?
You know what? I was just trying to say this word recently, and I don't know if it's legume or legume.
I don't like it, but okay. Either way, it's kind of gross sounding. But I mean, I like eating them.
Right.
She loves to see people make stuff and accomplish stuff.
Aw.
Again, she should listen to this podcast. She loves jokes. A knob. A googly eye. Okay, let's see if I can say this one. Gochujang.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it's a Korean savory, sweet, and spicy condiment.
Okay.
She loves miso.
Me too.
The nude lip. She loves crochet.
Has she ever done it?
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
She loves an old school at a glance, the day planners.
Oh, okay.
She loves Jim Carrey.
We knew that.
Go listen to our Batman Forever episode.
Yeah.
And finally, Drew loves red hair, which we were just talking about in our last episode for Charlie's Angels.
Yes, we were. Everything just feeds each other, guys.
It all connects.
This podcast is a snake eating its own tail. Okay, we have a Drewism of the week for this week, it looks like.
You know, those cool little isms that we do.
We do. This came from People. They did like a random interview with her, kind of in connection to the Garnier stuff that she's been doing. And I just had to pull this little paragraph because I thought this is such a truism. You want to read it?
Yeah. Okay, so it said, I shaved my legs the other day, and that made me feel 20 times less like a Neanderthal. I gave myself a home pedicure. I cleaned out my toenails, and I got my gray roots done. These are things that we women don't carve out time for. And then all of a sudden, you look at yourself and you're like, I'm not just a crypt keeper. I'm a hairy crypt keeper with dry skin. I'm rocking around as if I'm a troll, and I'm not going to sink down that rabbit hole. I'm going to pull myself out. I'm going to do what I can for myself. I really like it.
Relatable.
It's so many levels. Like, that is so good. That is so good. Drew, we love you.
We love you, Drew.
No matter how hairy.
Exactly.
All right, let's dive into our mailbag.
You've got mail.
We got so many nice responses to our Charlie's Angels episode, which meant a lot because, like, to me, that's like my favorite episode right now that we've ever done. I loved it so much. I really enjoyed it, and a lot went into it. And it's so cool to know that people were appreciating the work that we did.
Yeah, and like some people who I think who maybe were new to us, possibly.
Yes. In fact, this is the one I pulled. This is from listener Cadu from Brazil, and he sent us some really nice messages, and this is part of what I pulled.
Oh, so Cadu said, I just finished listening to your Charlie's Angels episode and you absolutely crushed it. I've been a huge fan of the movies for 25 years, and I just wanted to say thank you for all the love, passion, and insight you put into celebrating Drew. It's genuinely inspiring. Oh,
right?
Thank you.
I know. I like the celebrating Drew because that's like all of the work that we do across this podcast, across all the Drewsium things. Like, it's all about just celebrating this girl that makes everybody happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. That's what we're here to do. Like, thank you for getting it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got some stuff for what's new with Drew, some little things here and there. So let's get into that.
Here we go with the news, everybody.
Okay, Drew shared on Instagram that she has 2 new animals in her menagerie. Dr. Drew Little over there. She now has 2 new little birds. I think they're parakeets, right?
I don't really know birds.
Okay, me neither, but I looked up parakeet and it looked like it was a match.
Okay, I think that's correct.
But had to just love the pictures of them perching on her shoulder.
I love perching birdies.
If that wasn't clear enough, that's Drew proclaiming that she loved perching birdies.
And that's always been one of our like go-to Drew quotes that we just always say for some reason.
I love perching birdies because it's so her.
Yes, it is.
And the crowd like laughs after she says this on Rosie O'Donnell because it's so
sincere and like goofy. Yeah. Yeah. She brought them out when Tracy Morgan was on the show, but she also brought out a snake and Jeremy, the lizard. Yeah. And they didn't she didn't introduce them all by name.
Right.
So the caption on the screen said that Jeremy, Lemon, Melanie, and Norio were all Drew's pets who were ecstatic to meet Tracy. So I'm going to guess Lemon was the snake. I'm going order of appearance. And that the birds are Melanie and Norio, but I could have that wrong.
Very cute. This is adorable. I love the images that we have of Drew with the birds.
I know.
This makes me so happy.
It's so cute.
I love that you noted that her snake was Cecil because I thought so too. Because she's like, Cecil.
So I guess this must be a new snake.
Right. Unless they, I don't know. Who knows? We named Cecil. I doubt it. I feel like she brought Cecil more than once to the show.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, he's definitely come up.
Anyway, the menagerie grows. Okay, so what else is new?
This was so random and fun on Halloween night. I mean, everyone has probably seen this by now, but at a Sabrina Carpenter concert, apparently there's this song. I don't know Sabrina Carpenter stuff. Sorry, guys. But apparently there's this song called Juno. And from what I understand, when she's about to do that song, she's been, quote unquote, arresting an audience member for being too sexy. And it's a whole thing. So on Halloween, she appeared to arrest Ghostface from Scream in the audience. And then, surprise, the mask comes off and it's Drew under there. And the crowd like freaks out. There's a girl behind her who's just like jaw dropped to the floor. I love her.
Yeah, me too.
It was really cute. Like Drew's like very like trying to be seductive and cute with Sabrina.
It's so cute. Like she looks beautiful. She takes the mask off and they've got like the camera right on her. She looked lovely. I think she was on like a red lip, right? Like it looked so good.
It was funny. One of the Instagram followers we have, Rodney, he's like very into Charlie's Angels. He said it totally gave him pulling the LL Cool J mask vibe. And I was like, totally.
Totally. Yeah, I love how she like pulls the mask off and like shakes her hair out. Like there's also something very Charlie's Angels about that.
Totally.
Like that's totally what she does as LL Cool J. Like he called it. That was so fun. And these Polaroids, is this something that Sabrina Carpenter posted?
Yeah, which is so cool. I love that somebody was just right there with a Polaroid camera when this happened. Amazing.
Rad. So rad. All right, we've got one more and a little new thing to talk about before we get into the topic.
This just came out. So Vince Gilligan, who wrote Home Fries, he was just on the Drew Barrymore show. Did you watch that when they called Luke Wilson?
I did. It was so cute.
Oh, it was so cute. I'm like,
loved
get back together, you guys.
And I like how Luke just kept talking. Like I was like, this is so cute and sweet.
I definitely like want to cover Home Fries pretty soon. Like it keeps coming into my orbit, like for some reason. But anyway, so Vince has a new TV show called Pluribus, and there is a new promo ad for it where like all of these people are speaking to the main character through her TV, and there's a lot of Breaking Bad alums in it, which makes sense. Okay. But then Drew is also randomly in there for 2 seconds, but it's worth checking out.
Cool. And I wonder if this promo, if there will be more of it. You know, like this is just our promo, but we'll have to see.
Oh, maybe. I wonder.
I mean, I'm already interested in seeing this. I just finished watching Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I saw that he had a new show, and I was like, hell yeah. And it's one of the like main characters from Better Call Saul, the actress who's in this movie. I don't remember her name.
Rhea Seehorn?
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey Drewbies. We are here to tell you about our website hosts, Positive Medium, and they sponsor the podcast. We've been clients of theirs for over 10 years, and we use them for all our website needs on thedrewsium.com.
Their services include customized web design, professional coding, search engine optimization and marketing, plus hosting, which has been huge for us for many years.
Plus, their incredible customer service has been one of our favorite features. They've literally saved our site quite a few times, and they always help with minor troubleshooting in a matter of minutes. So whether that's coding issues or back-end questions, etc., we reach out, we get help immediately, which is just invaluable.
Lucky you. To our listeners, Positive Medium is offering 25% off any managed WordPress hosting plan using our promo code DREW. That's DREW. Visit our friends over at positivemedium.com.
Thank you.
I guess we might be ready to talk about a weekly topic about things that Drew loves. Loved, past tense, I guess. No,
I'm sure she love with these fellas at one point in her life.
Absolutely. And Drew, she really does love, like for real.
I love love.
And it's very interesting to see how she went from being kind of this love junkie. You'll see a lot of these relationships really go back to back very, very closely.
Self-proclaimed love junkie.
Totally. Yeah. And then we have present day, which we'll touch on. And, you know, she's changed, guys. She's the same girl, but she's changed.
She's really like, I feel like just in the last several years, she's really matured in like she's also constantly learning about herself too.
Yeah. I think she would agree, like even in the last like year, I feel like she would say that. Yeah.
Totally.
I do want to say at the top that these first few that we're going to mention, they're pretty casual, quote unquote, relationships. We're talking about a time when she was like 13 and 14, which sounds so laughable as like just having witnessed my, at the time, 15-year-old daughter go through her first little breakup. And it's like, I can't even believe that would ever be notable enough to be included on any list ever.
Right.
But Drew is different.
She's different at this point. If she'd been through a lot by 13, 14. So like we'll talk about it, some age differences that are a little shocking and things like this.
Yeah.
But also Drew, I think, always was a little ahead of her time. Whatever
way of putting it.
like wise beyond her years.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to include those just to kind of keep the timeline complete. We are leaving out any mention of guys that maybe she was like spotted with once or twice, but she never like considered them a relationship. We're leaving out like all the stupid, dumb, rumored ones like, oh, Val Kilmer. She said that's false. Edward Norton. No, they were just friends.
Right.
Sam Rockwell, just friends. Like, this is kind of, we're trying to set like the definitive list and like not the stupid like BuzzFeed, someone just quickly Googled and saw a picture of her on the red carpet with someone list.
And I don't know that anyone would be able to like argue with what we are putting out there except for Drew herself. Like,
no one's ever allowed to argue with us. No, just kidding. Drew's always allowed.
We just feel like this is the part of like the public part. I don't know. This is what she's made known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
For the most part.
All right. So should we start right at the very beginning?
Yes.
With our famous, if you listen to Little Girl Lost coverage on Patreon, you're familiar with this guy. So this is Robbie. That is his supposedly true name. In Little Girl Lost, she names him Bobby. Really top secret name change there. So when Drew was 13, this guy was a high school senior, and I think she met him in the clubs, and she spent a lot of time at his family's house in New York when she wasn't getting along with her own mom. Based on how she wrote about him in Little Girl Lost, we both went, wow, this was not a healthy relationship.
No.
There's some toxic shit that went down.
There's like, physical and like,
emotional.
Physical and mental abuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And a few years later, she left to New York and rehab and all these things happened. Like, of course, they didn't stay together, guys. Shocker. But a few years later, she had referred to him in Details magazine as, quote, the only guy I've ever truly been in love with. Which I was like, not great.
Not great. But then, she's saying this and she's still young. So she's got a lot of love to go around, guys.
Totally. Should I mention the embarrassing lap dance story?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Okay. I did find it very funny that in the last week or so, she mentioned on her show a story about how when she was young, she tried to do a lap dance for her boyfriend, and it was really bad and it didn't work out well. And she said that the song was to Blue Monday by New Order, which in Little Girl Lost, she says is her song with Bobby. So yikes. 13-year-old Drew trying to do a lap dance for this guy. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh my goodness. That is funny.
She seems to have a sense of humor about it.
Of course. And I love when she just like reveals these random things.
Yeah. But of course, me with the like, conspiracy theory board, red lines, I'm like, oh, that must have been him.
Blue Monday, you said? I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay, so now we're going to talk about somebody that is a famous person. So you just may know who he is. This is Corey Feldman. Drew had a childhood crush on him, and they went on a really like very wholesome date set up by Steven Spielberg when she was younger. And then the spring of 1989, they went to a few events together, like including the Oscars. And we know that they were both like recovering, in recovery at this time. So I'm sure that bonded them. I feel like Drew has referred to this as like more like a friend, but also
I don't think she was like, this was a real serious relationship.
Yeah.
I don't even know if like, were they dating when they did 15 and getting straight? Like, this is such a short little window of time.
Right.
And she's 14.
Right. And they
not
have
that
a very
serious.
like when he was on her show, it was very sweet, like very tender and sweet. Like I don't think we'd ever really seen them speak to each other. So it was
a really good
it was great
appearance. And I mean, he's one of like a few that have been on her show from this list.
That's true. That's true.
I think there's like 3 others.
I'll just say one other thing about him is we got that tidbit from Todd Gold that he had sent like dozens of roses to Drew. And we thought like maybe it was around the Oscars timeline, like based on what you were saying, I think. So it was kind of a fun little thing that we learned. And I was like, oh, that sounds about right for like, I don't know.
So cute.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just going to briefly touch on this next one. The late actor Rodney Harvey. So we have speculated that Drew briefly dated him in mid-1989, and this is based on things that we uncovered during our Little Girl Lost research. And sorry to put this behind a paywall, but it is kind of like sensitive information. So if you want to know the scoop on this one, including like some really weird info about her mom Jade's involvement in this relationship, you got to head over to our Patreon for our Little Girl Lost deep dive.
You do.
Patreon.com/HowDoYouDrew.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Ooh.
Is that the one who was in The Outsiders?
Yes, the TV show. And like he's part of this crew that we're like going to continue seeing names pop up.
Right. Okay, so next we've got another actor. You may be aware of him, you may not. Balthazar Getty. I've always thought he was so cute.
Yeah, he's really cute in all their photos together. And he's like age appropriate, which is refreshing.
Right. So they were pictured together at events and clubs throughout 1990. This is a very like, we love Drew's look at this time. Like long blonde hair. She looks really happy in this picture that you put in here. So she's spoken about hanging out in the friend group that included Balthazar Getty, Rodney, who we just talked about, and David Arquette. Who she said is only a friend, although they like went to an event together, so people thought they were dating.
I know. He's always on the list. I'm like, they went like to one red carpet and okay.
Yeah. And then they were pictured for the last time on October 12th, 1990. So it was really just like that year, kind of a blip, but really sweet.
Kind of a blip as it should be when you're 15 years old.
Right.
So very soon after, on October 29th, 1990, Drew was pictured with this next guy. And this is one of the first in a like boom, 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 way too old guys. His name was Leland Hayward. He was the grandson of an old Hollywood producer by the same name.
Okay.
So Drew's 15 and he was in his early 20s, we have to assume. I think he was reportedly 24 at the time, but like,
okay,
I don't know how to check up on that information. In February 1991, People magazine reported that they were rumored to be engaged, but Drew later said that wasn't true. In fact, she told our buddy Todd Gold in that same Details magazine that he bought me a diamond ring and I wore it on that finger. So I suppose I asked for it, but we were never engaged. And Todd kind of like pushes back, but she's like, no, it was like a joke. Like we weren't engaged, which I don't know that it really matters.
Right. She could have been, you know.
Yeah, whatever that means when you're 15 years old.
Right.
And then they were last seen together in February 1991. So short-lived, but you know, I don't love it.
Right. It's notable.
I don't love it. And then this next one is like my least favorite. This one really I have a real problem with. And we've mentioned it before, but yeah, go for it. Explain these details.
So his name is Faden Papa Michelle. What a name, right?
I know.
So in 1991, when Drew was 16 years old, he was like fully an adult, around 30, who was a cinematographer on Poison Ivy, and then he directed her in Sketch Artist. And he kind of said, he said outright, actually, that he reworked the script of Sketch Artist after watching her play a seductress in Poison Ivy, meaning he like was like, oh, more sexy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then she did mention him being her boyfriend in Movie Line 1992, so we kind of have confirmation from I always forget what the phrase is.
The horse's mouth.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, the horse's mouth. And we mentioned that in episode 81 because we've gone over each issue of Movie Line. Those are really fun episodes. Check them out. And then we have one more little tidbit about him that is just kind of like weird but fun to know and a little gross. So, photographer Dan Arsenault, who had done the photos for the Venice magazine, told us that she brought photos home from that photo shoot, the Polaroids, to Faden, like he as a gift. And Faden has posted one on his Instagram, and it was just like blew our minds.
Yeah, because we saw it. I think there were actually two at first, and there's only one like still up. But
Oh, interesting.
we didn't realize at first they were from the Venice. Like he didn't even
Right.
like credit anything. He was just like Drew Barrymore, and like as if he'd taken them. And I remember like first of all, the photos are amazing, but I was also like, ew, like yours. Okay. Anyway, yeah, but later we were able to figure out they were from that shoot, and the photographer confirmed that's what he recalled happening. So, yeah, it's interesting. He's like an Academy Award nominated cinematographer, and it doesn't get brought up that he dated Drew. But if you Google their names together, you can find a couple things. Like it's not a secret. And Drew,
Right.
remember in Movie Line 2003, where the author like lists like several guys that he found that
Yeah.
she'd been in a relationship with, and she says the ones that are true.
Right.
And he's one of them.
Right. Right. And this is like the biggest age gap that we are aware of.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Jamie Walters. So this is when things start getting a little more serious in these relationships. So they were introduced by their mutual agent, JJ Harris, RAP, and they were first seen together in May 1992 when Drew was 17. They very quickly moved in together and got engaged. Like boom, boom, boom. Like I think it was a couple of months.
Wow.
But just as quickly, the relationship ended. So Drew had said that Jamie broke off their engagement by phone 3 days before she was due to return to their LA house that they shared because she was in Vancouver filming the Amy Fisher story. She asked him to wait until she got back so they could discuss it in person. But by the time she got home, Jamie had moved out. And she like said that she thinks that spending too much time apart was the cause of the problems. But this was probably like her first really serious relationship and definitely major heartbreak. Like she was very open for a few years about how painful this breakup was for her. I have to imagine this was maybe like the first time that she was like, I could create my own family with someone, or those kind of ideas that we see her doing.
They got a place together, so they were probably really picturing building a life. Yeah,
and I would imagine, I think JJ was a very like kind of a motherly mentor figure for Drew. So JJ like encouraging the relationship probably made some difference as well.
Right. One other little tidbit we'll mention, if you're not familiar with the Interview magazine from 1992, he appears with Drew on the cover. He's clothed and Drew is nude. We have an
episode about that too, guys, if you want to go listen.
Yes, we do. There are many episodes, y'all. We've covered a lot. We've also covered this next guy. This is Drew's first husband, Jeremy Thomas. Very brief marriage. Let me go into it. They met at the Roxbury in 1992. But then they met again at a friend's house on February 12th of 1994 and started dating. So we're February 12th, 1994. Here we are. Then they're like married on the spur of a moment on March 20th at his bar, The Room. We talk about this in episode 26. As I mentioned, we've talked about the weddings. Okay, so that's March 20th. By May 10th, Drew's filed for divorce. But we've since found out that she married him to get a green card. So this was just kind of a sort of a flash in the pan, but notable because they literally published this wedding in People magazine. Like it was.
I mean, that's where most of these details come from. Like it's crazy. Like they really presented this to be a true relationship at the time. And I do think they were dating. Drew sometimes made it sound like, oh, it was a friend I was trying to help out. But I think they were actually dating. We've also seen some letters that he had sold to tabloids that she had wrote to him. And they're very much like, I'm in love with you kind of letters.
They're loving ones. Yeah. They're really sweet. She wrote him poetry.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But later she called him the devil. So didn't end well.
Right. It sounds like it was really intense. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. So Yeah. Wild.
Okay, wild. So kind of like surrounding that whole thing is our next relationship, one of the cutest ones, but also this is a really big age gap too.
Yeah,
But
I guess it was.
this is Eric Erlandson, the guitarist of Hole.
Mhm.
So he and Drew had first met. Man, I did a lot of research. I still haven't pinned down the exact date, but it was either December 93 or January 94. I know that. So she had vomited on his shoes outside of the music club Jabberjaw. We've told this story a million times.
Yeah.
And then they ran into each other again soon after when Hole was in town doing the album photo shoot for Live Through This, which Drew's friend Ellen Von Unworth was doing.
So cool.
But I know, but they didn't start dating until Drew was in Seattle filming Mad Love in summer 94. And somewhere in one of the articles we covered recently, she's like, oh, I had to go get married and figure my shit out first. And then I could start dating this guy.
I don't think it, like, in my mind, those things do not overlap.
Totally.
I almost can't see them overlapping in my head. Wow, that's so weird.
Through the research of this podcast that I've really like nailed down the
Nailed it
timeline
down.
and been like, whoa, that's weird.
So wild. And I love that she's like said that, like confirmed.
Drew and Eric were super, super in love. Like she was crazy about him.
Yeah.
She talked about him with so much love in her heart. They did live together in LA. I mean, they were together for a long time. She was constantly on tour with Hole.
Mhm.
And, you know, I think this is one of our favorite eras of Drew. So, of course, we have a certain
Absolutely.
fondness for any photo of them together.
Yes, totally. Totally.
They were last seen together on the red carpet in April of 1996, and there was really no explanation that I think we've ever seen for their breakup.
Yeah. And she
you know-
hasn't really talked about their breakup. Like,
No, she speaks of him with a lot of love still.
mhm.
But yeah, we've never really heard what happened, but we can
Right.
kind of, it could be because of the next guy, or there may not have been an overlap. We don't really know.
Right. Right. But it was a very tender relationship. Like you said, this timeline is like our favorite. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to briefly meet Eric Erlandson with Jolena.
Crazy.
And I told him, you are one of my favorite boyfriends of Drew Barrymore. And I feel like he was like, oh, I love Drew. Like, he's, of course, like, it was really funny, but I told him that.
They were like photographed together twice after their breakup, like at events on random. Like,
oh, I don't even remember.
yeah, I think one was the American History X premiere. And then the
Okay.
other one was like this art show, like way in the future when she was with Will. Do you remember this?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is it
and
the art
there's,
show that was like Shepherd Fairey's art show? Or
Yes, I
like,
think so. Yeah.
yeah.
It's cute though.
That's
We love a
cool.
little reunion between Drew and anyone from her past.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, speaking of reunions
Oh.
that we love. So Luke Wilson. We love
Oh.
Luke Wilson. We were just talking about him at the
That's
top of the
right.
show
I'm
because
like-
literally Drew and Vince Gilligan, talked to him on the phone on our show.
We also were just talking about how much we love him in Charlie's Angels. Like Luke
Yes,
comes
we
up
were.
a lot on this show.
Yes, we love Luke. So, of course, as you probably know, as Drew Barrymore fans, they were cast as love interests in both Best Men and Home Fries, but both in 1996, which is wild.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind that Home Fries was filmed in 96 because it came out in 98. But anyway,
You know what's so funny is that, like I said, it keeps like coming in my orbit. So
Right.
I found out they were still potentially filming in January 97, and that blew my mind because I was
Oh.
like, that is a 96 filmed movie. And it's just so silly.
like
the thing.
what? It crossed
Yeah.
over? What? And this Drew has basically described that there was like love at first sight. If you don't know the
His
quote,
shoes, the camels.
right? Yeah. What is it like? I would follow those. He was wearing brown shoes, and I would follow those across any desert or something.
Yeah.
Right, camel colored shoes. Anyway,
Camels.
I'm butchering it. Okay, so they were really pretty seriously together for close to 2 years. She said that he broke up with her during the filming of Never Been Kissed in summer of 1998. Though they were seen together afterwards. They continued to be on and off for a little bit, and Drew has now, we've heard her describe it as an open relationship through the end of 1999. So we don't have like a definitive end.
Yeah. Well, I guess we kind of do when the next guy comes in.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I will just say, every time we've seen Drew encounter Luke on her show or anything, it's the cutest. We would love to see them back together. Like,
honestly, he'd probably be my number one pick for her to get back together with.
Like, he is so sweet.
And I was really like bothered when the media took the like open relationship thing and ran with it, like as if that's how it was the whole time. Because in the beginning, like she was like ready to like go move to Texas and have babies with him.
Right.
Like they were very together.
I know, the open relationship thing. I mean, I think it surprised us a little bit, but also because of the wording. I think it's just the wording. They probably were just like, let's be casual.
I think it was more, they were on and off at the end there for a while. Yeah.
Right. And she's just using that to kind of describe maybe her mindset or whatever it was. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
All right. Now we have husband number 2, Tom Green. Also, we just talked about him a lot because Drew had a crush on him. She really loved his MTV show. And so she asked him to be in Charlie's Angels. Go listen to the last episode if you want to know more about that. So they started dating during filming in early 2000, and they were engaged by July. Again, some of these relationships just go boom, boom, boom.
Love junkie. Right.
This one was just a total whirlwind because it was like really playing out in the media in such an extreme way. And they were like feeding into that. You know, that was kind of Tom's thing. And Drew was like, all right, I guess I'm going to be the fun girlfriend and go along with this. Right. They dealt with him going through testicular cancer and her house burning down during all of this. Like it was intense. Just chaos. Yeah. And they were like always playing with the press about if they were married or not, or when are they getting married? Oh, we got married yesterday. Oh, we're going to get married in 2 weeks. Like it was, I mean, they were just always messing around with the press, but
it's really funny.
I know. But the real thing finally did happen on July 7th, 2001. And again, you can go listen to our episode 26 to get more details about their wedding. But then Tom filed for divorce on December 17th, 2001, citing irreconcilable differences. That's my celebrity profile narrator voice I like to bring up every once in a while.
Perfect. I like it. Irreconcilable differences.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course I do.
He does talk pretty extensively in his book about, you know, what happened there. And I really think it comes down to just being from 2 totally different worlds.
Yes.
And then all this like craziness that happened during the relationship in the media, and it just you know was not sustainable.
Wasn't there maybe it was one of the articles where she was talking a lot about like how tumultuous it was like right after the fire, like how like mentally she was going through and that it was like really intense, and they were trying to like, I think she says like we're fighting a lot or something to that effect. So yeah, I can't imagine going through all the stuff they went through. But he has been on her show, and they also had a very like lovely exchange. Yeah. Like, so
I mean, from everything that we know, it feels like he was actually a really stable influence on her life, which is like not what you'd expect from this wacky guy. Right. I think he's one of many who came from a very like stable, happy family, and Drew is attracted to these guys who have that, you know, makes a lot of sense. We'll see it come up again and again.
Yes, we will. She craved that family thing.
Yeah,
totally. I was going to say one more thing about Tom Green is that I remember when Drew started dating him, I remember my brother saying to tease me, she's going to marry him. And I was like, no, she's not. And then like within the year.
Starfish, where are you going? Where are you going, Starfish?
Where are you going again? Okay.
She's going to go see the Strokes. That's where she's going.
Yes, she is. Again and again and again. Okay. We also love this guy. So Fabrizio Moretti, who are the Strokes still a thing?
Yeah, they just came to Vegas and I couldn't get tickets. It was like sold out immediately.
Oh, okay. So the Strokes, the drummer of the Strokes. They met backstage at Coachella when the Strokes were playing in late April 2002. And then they were pictured together the very next day at an event. So like, I think it was kind of immediate with them. And then it proceeded to be Drew's longest relationship to date, which is so odd to think about. He was
Yeah.
younger than her. I think he might.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right. He was a bit younger than her. And maybe Justin too.
I think so. And don't forget, Fab and Justin have the same birthday.
Oh my God. Is it the same year too?
I don't know, but just
That's
pencil
right.
this in your mind, guys. It was June 2nd. You might hear that date a little bit later on in this episode.
Oh my God. I forgot about that whole thing. Okay, so that was her longest relationship. There were always rumors of like breakups and engagements, but nothing was really ever confirmed. And it seemed like their relationship was like pretty stable throughout. Like it seemed like a pretty like decently good relationship. I remember like paparazzi of them fighting, but like
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
but
like,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. And also, like, that was such a fun time to like always see pictures of her at their shows, and
Yeah.
they seemed very in love. Like, remember when we went to the star ceremony and he was in the crowd, like just looking at her so proudly? Yeah.
Aww.
And we met Fab. Don't forget that. We've met him twice.
Oh my God. Okay, of course. Once was in Vegas, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other time was at the bowling alley.
Uh-huh.
The bowling alley, like everyone else is gonna know. Do we tell that story?
I'm sure we've told that story, but I'll just real quick. We went down to Universal City Walk because the Strokes were playing, and I don't know, we were hoping something would happen.
We were
and
hoping
it
we'd
did.
see Drew. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't see Drew, but this guy from K-Rock just walked up to Yumi and Jolena, and he's like, hey, do you guys want to meet the Strokes? Like, we're doing a meet and greet fun thing at the Lucky Strike bowling alley, and I have extra passes, or who even knows? Like, that was the power of
literally
right there.
it just fell on us.
We manifested that shit just like we did Sam Rockwell.
We were
at Book
just
Soup.
sitting there, but we were sitting in the area, you know, like we were placed very strategically.
Still, it was amazing, and he was super
so then
sweet.
he was super sweet, and I have an amazing photograph that I took of Fab. Like,
Oh my God, we have to
might be
put
fun
that.
to share that, right?
Yes, we have to. It's like one of the best photos I've ever seen in my life.
It's also really weird. The reason it's so crazy, I'll just tell you guys, is the flash is somebody else's flash. Like my flash was not on. It's lit by the side. Like I think there's something really weird that's happening, and it's amazing. And he was really sweet every time.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the both times it was very just like lovely. Just like I don't remember anything we talked about. It was probably very quick, but sweet guy. Anyway, news of their split hit in January 2007. So that's like, yeah, they were together for almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. And I don't think we've ever really gotten much information on what happened there.
I guess I could say one more thing about it. Like, don't we know that an illustration that he did was on the Drew Barrymore show set for a while?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think it's still there and got moved, but it's like I think she has the original in her New York apartment.
Oh,
like
okay.
I've seen it there, and then there's like a blown up version on the Drew Barrymore show set. So there's still love there. He should come on the show. That'd be fun.
That would be really
something
fun
to promote. Come on, Fab.
I feel like he's like seems shy or something.
Yeah,
right? Like
that's
even when we
true.
met him, like I don't remember any words. I just remember sweetness.
Just a cute little smile.
Right. Exactly.
All right, another little cutie coming up here. So Justin Long, he's probably like him and Luke are kind of equal to me as far as like, ooh, they're so cute. I love her with them. So Drew and Justin had originally met through Sam Rockwell, mutual friend, and then they started dating. I know. They started dating after Justin was cast in the Flower Films He's Just Not That Into You film. And they were first pictured together in September 2007. I think it was like Austin City Limits or something like that. They spent a lot of time in Austin together. I think that's why I like
you think
the house
that they might
was
have gotten a house
something to do with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were together for a little while. We definitely like saw them. They were pictured together a lot. They were like paparazzi, the two of them. I feel like more than her in any other relationship.
Totally. I think what a cover of like Us Weekly was them at the beach, I think, right?
Why was that? You're right. I think it was People.
Oh, wow. That's even like kind of wilder.
Yeah. So they were like very much an item, but they broke up around the time that Whip It began filming in July 2008. Drew's rep even confirmed it to People. And we have our theories that he was originally supposed to have the role in Whip It that Jimmy Fallon ended up doing. I think we had heard that somewhere along the line, and it totally makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
So they broke up, but then they started regularly being spotted together again, starting in March 2009. And then, continually after that, they made Going the Distance together that summer. They never confirmed they were dating again, but it was super obvious. They went to the Emmys together. He was supporting her through all the Whip It promotion. Even at the end of SNL, we talked about that he's right there on stage with holding hands with her.
Yep.
But they were last pictured together as what feels like an official couple at the GLAAD Awards in April 2010. But then they were still super friendly and cute together when they promoted Going the Distance in August of that year. But from what I recall, they were definitely not together anymore at that point.
Yep. Yep. And another one that's been on our show and was multiple times, I think. And it's it's very clear that there is forever love between them. But I also love how so sometimes I feel like Drew goes a little hard trying to be like, I love your wife.
Yes.
Very hard. And I know she actually does, but what's her name? Kate
Bosworth.
Kate Bosworth. So it seems like, Justin and Kate Bosworth, they seem very, very, very in love. But also, I think Drew and Justin still love each other. They say it to each other. But not in I don't think that's, anyway, it's very lovely, very tender. I love that Drew has these, the positive things out of her some of her loving relationships. It's lovely.
Yeah. I also always think about how she's described that time period that they were together as hedonistic. That's when we got her just wearing the most outrageous clothes and crazy makeup on her face, and they were always going out to concerts and all kinds of stuff.
Do we have a 2009 episode where we talk about?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yep.
So you can hear us talk about all the wacky outfits.
Yeah. And I feel
fun year.
She got something out of her system, and that's sort of the page turns, to take a phrase from McG.
Right. So big page turning to Drew meeting the father of her children. So we are talking about Will Kopelman, always just described as an art dealer.
Whatever that means.
Right. From a wealthy New York family with ties to Chanel. I think it's it's a whole, there's money on that in that family. And, Drew is a famous person, has plenty of money on her own. So, I have this feeling it's very different. There's a very different, old money feeling.
There's a society thing with his family that I get, that I think, and I'm speculating, but I feel she never felt she lived up to it. Does that make sense?
I think I agree with you. I think she never fully felt comfortable or felt like it was whether it was living up to it or what it was. This is obviously a hard relationship for a couple of reasons. So let's just get into a little bit more. So they had met and gone on a date a few years earlier, with nothing came of it. That's so interesting to me that they had
me too,
tried it before, and then they reunited at a party at the actress Lake Bell's house. There was a cute story on her show about that, right?
Yeah.
And they were spotted together for the first time at a Roots show in February of 2011.
I always remember this picture and being like, who's this frat boy looking guy with Drew? He does not look like her type.
I don't even remember it. I'm not remembering the first look, and even looking back at it now, I'm like, oh, this is funny. You wouldn't know that he is a wealthy, quote unquote, art dealer.
Yeah.
Okay. So then pretty quickly, they announced their engagement in January of 2012. I guess that's almost a year. So that's quite a while.
That's true.
But it's still relatively quickly. I do remember thinking that every time they were pictured together, she did feel very polished in a different way, right? It did feel like she was really trying.
Yeah, trying to be this mature Chanel girl. Yeah.
Right. So they were engaged by January of 2012, and they were photographed holding an ultrasound in February. So basically it was shotgun wedding. Is that what you call that?
Yeah.
But very sweet. I know we talked about with the wedding. I know you said it's your least favorite wedding dress, but I do think it's very sweet that she's pregnant, and you can see that she's pregnant, and it's
absolutely,
it's sweet. They were married on June 2nd.
Oh, what's that date?
Which happens to be the birthday of two ex-boyfriends of Drew's. And they welcomed baby Olive on September 26th. So her family. This is the thing that I think that was probably huge for her.
Absolutely.
I mean, we know it was.
I think it was like, this guy has an amazing family and I want to start a family and time is running out and like, I'm ready to do this. Like, right. I think she said at one point way back in the day, like one of the only things she hasn't rushed into is being a mom. Like she was waiting for the right moment.
Really
and
true.
This is when it presented itself to her.
She was gathering information like butterflies in a net,
butterfly net.
Yeah. Okay, so then they welcomed their second child, Frankie, on April 22nd of 2014. So just less than a couple years later. And then by April 2016, they had filed for divorce. So they released a joint statement to People. I remember thinking this was very beautifully done.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of heartbreaking. So it says, sadly, our family is separating legally, although we do not feel this takes away from us being a family. Divorce might make one feel like a failure, but eventually you start to find grace in the idea that life goes on. Our children are our universe, and we look forward to living the rest of our lives with them as the first priority.
I know, that's beautiful. And it feels true. I mean, for at least
Totally.
for a couple years, they seem to be very much co-parenting, like going to like holidays together and all that stuff. Yeah. I think that has sort of faded a bit in recent years, which makes sense. He's remarried. They have, he has another child and another one on the way.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Drew moved to New York to have her daughters be closer to him and his family. Like,
right.
It's a real...
It's huge, but she's also said that her girls are the most amazing thing that's ever happened to her.
Right.
I don't get the sense that there was anything like wrong with Will. I just think that it wasn't the right fit for her.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And, we know that her divorce from him was literally like the hardest thing she's ever gone through. Like she said, like she thought going to rehab at 13 was like the lowest she could go. Guess what? That was even lower, which is just crazy. So I'm glad that there seems to be some peace there. Mm-hmm. But she hasn't really dated much since, with one little exception. This guy always gets left out of the story, but let's just briefly touch on this.
All right.
So David Hutchinson, who worked at Mesa, which was the parent company of Flower Beauty, she started being spotted with him in April 2017. And there were even like times where he was pictured with her and her daughters. So couldn't have been too casual unless he was just like a friend hanging out. But by June of that year, 2017, it was being reported by Page Six and People that they were dating. And Drew had like tagged him in some of her Instagram captions at the time. They also went to Tony Crago's wedding together. So they were a thing. August 2017 seems to be the last time that we really saw them together. I got tired of going through every single folder that we have. But he like came with a group on a private jet for Chris Miller's birthday. So that was like the last time that I really noticed. But yeah, it's interesting. He's always kind of left out of the story. Like she always says like, I've never dated since my divorce. And I'm like, oh, sorry, David.
But maybe it's like, she didn't really find any of the people that she's been on dates with, including him, to be serious enough, maybe.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, we've got that little thing that is a blip that she almost seems to have forgotten.
And it's crazy that was so long ago. Like we're talking over 8 years and that's the end of the list. Like
that is the end of the list. But guys, there's good news because Drew has like openly said she's single and happy to be single.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she feels like she says like if the right time comes, the right person comes, like, but she's really been pretty open about being single for the last 8 years, as you said. She speaks on her show a lot about like going on dates, but like nothing ever really turning into anything notable.
I know. I always get my hopes up and then I'm like, oh, that didn't happen.
Right. But she, like I said, she's pretty happy with her current life. She has said like she isn't really sure she wants to invite anyone into it. Like she's like, it's kind of lovely the way it is. But always open. She's like, she loves love.
Yeah. Did you see recently when Ross told her that he had somebody that he wanted to
Yes.
introduce her to? And she
Yes.
seemed intrigued and excited. And I trust Ross's judgment. He seems like a great person to set her up with someone.
But I also love that he seemed like he had the epiphany on the air.
Yeah.
Wait, or to tell her on
to tell her. Yeah, for sure.
Right. That was, that's cute. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We're always rooting for her,
Yeah.
It's like
wherever her happiness is, but it is exciting when she's got a partner, it's a whole different thing as a fan. But yeah, if she just wants to be single, let's hear what she had to say just recently to the audience at the Drew Barrymore show.
One thing I do know about being single, and I have been single for so many years, like 8, I think, years, is that one day it might be gone. I think it's an amazing time to enjoy your time, because before you know it, someone's going to walk into your life and poof, that'll be all different from there on out. So who's ever single out there, enjoy this time, because before you know it, at some point, you'll be sharing a life with someone. It would be a disaster and a waste to not love the time you get to yourself. I do really enjoy being single. It's fun.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a great way to sum it up.
Yeah, perfect sentiment to describe where she is after this kind of flurry of love throughout her life. Yeah, Drew, we love you.
We support your love of love, whether you're single or in a relationship.
Totally.
All right, cool. So we did it. There's your list, guys. If you, we might eventually go in deeper on some of these relationships. It's kind of the plan, but we sort of realized we need this overarching definitive list. As I said, I was telling Anne before we started recording, it sort of reminds me of our tattoos episode where it's we need to just put out the record of when they all happened and why, and then that it'll all be there for someone to enjoy.
We want to be the source, so we're making ourselves the source, I guess, right?
Exactly. So thanks, you guys. You can always rate, review, subscribe, please. I saw we got some new stars on Spotify that made me real happy.
Oh, yay.
Still haven't seen any written reviews on Apple Podcasts, and we're coming up on almost a year. Who's going to break the mold here?
Yeah, we're waiting.
You can leave comments on episodes on Spotify, so feel free to go over there and tell us who your favorite Drew relationship is with. Maybe we'll even put up a poll. And then you can also follow us on Instagram at How Do You Drew Pod, where we post stuff related to our episodes, and then also at Drewseum, where you'll find all kinds of other Drew content.
Don't miss it. Okay, so don't forget, while you're on the internet, visit our website at howdoyoudrew.com to see the episode gallery for this episode and every episode that we've done. They're amazing and thorough.
Yeah, we're going to have lots of cute pictures of her with her many men.
Yes, and also while you're there, peruse thedrewseum.com. Don't forget that. It's our Drew Barrymore Museum, guys. It's online for you to see.
Yeah.
Also, we've mentioned it at least once. Make sure you sign up for our Patreon. We've got lots of content up there, new stuff coming relatively soon. We're figuring it out, guys.
Patreon.com/HowDoYouDrew.
And another place to reach out to us, don't forget to send listener mail to howdoyoudrewpod@gmail.com.
That's it, guys. We did it.
We did it. And, just one more of these.
I love love.
I knew you were going to play that.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This episode of the How Do You Drew podcast was researched and produced by Ashley and Anne from thedrewseum.com with help from our sponsor, Positive Medium.
Special thanks to Matt Costa for our lovely theme song, Roxy Prima for our adorable logo, and last but not least, Drew Barrymore and all the Drewbies who love her. We do this for you.
Thank you.
I love love.